So, welcome back to Far Right Watch.
Jesus Christ. Do you want to put a bit more effort into this?
Yay! Another load of god-awful chancers monetizing their own stupidity. Self-radicalized, Crayola gargling morons I'm about as pleased to see as a flare-up on my dad.
Right.
Watch.
Anyway, what have we got this week? No doubt another buffet of bellandry to pick from. Well, that's right, Aid. You'll feel both delighted and blighted to hear we have some absolute stinkers again. Oh, Lord. Grant me the patience to deal with these lobeless morons you send to me every fucking day.
Are you praying?
Huh?
Sounded like you were praying. I thought you were an atheist.
Yeah, it's rhetorical. Because this week there was the far-right WhatsApp chat that got exposed for its far-left style violent rhetoric. Ah, yes. Yes, because remember, radical violent rhetoric only exists on the left.
People on the left are much likelier to defend and celebrate political violence.
For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans to Nazis.
By the radical left.
But more on that in a mo. There was the January the 6th insurrectionist who threatened to burn a Quran on his fascist march. God, what is it with this lot and burning books? Oh, that's going to hurt more than a WhatsApp, isn't it? He's going to get himself in trouble, that kid. Although, do you know what? Maybe we take J.D. Vance's approach. Like, I don't see why this... He's a kid. He's made a silly mistake. I don't see why it should ruin his life.
The reality is that kids do stupid things, especially young boys.
But yeah, I guess that's what you get when you joke around and threaten to burn the Quran. Like, what? Why? For what reason? Like, I'm sorry, but no book is so upsetting that you should feel the need to publicly burn it.
Hi everyone, I'm Gemma and you can buy my book on the 25th of April at Tesco's.
Well, almost no book. There was the new Twitter location setting that accidentally exposed a seat of MAGA influencers for being Russian bots and rage-bait blue ticks. But who are actually not in Texas at all, but ejack their hate out from keyboards in Russia. Well, fuck me in the face and call me fuckface. I am shocked. Supporters of Musk suggested the move was part of a wider transition to make X a more open, free-speechy, transparent platform. You know, if it showed your account's country and a location, which is great, actually, in my opinion. But it did show how much of X is rage bait. And it was an interesting move for a guy whose own location data being published resulted in him shutting down the Elon Musk Jet Tracker account, which was pretty funny. I don't know if you remember, that was a couple of years ago. Some matey wrote this web app, and you could see exactly where that ket-addled grok to evil was going, like from and to. My personal theory was that he didn't want people to notice if his plane blew up like one of his rockets. Or maybe if the self-drive feature hit a child. But aside from all that, with the rise of the far right, with former MEPs getting jailed for taking Russian bribes, and of course the climate crisis continuing to threaten our very existence. Yeah, marvel as our great British free press tear into the stories that matter.
I want to talk now about this problem that Tesco has presented itself.
What are Tesco playing at, calling it an evergreen tree?
Tesco appears to have renamed its Christmas trees as evergreen trees.
They appear to have changed the name of their Christmas trees to evergreen trees.
It's a Christmas tree. That's the end of it, Andy.
I tell you what, these endless attacks on Christmas is outrageous. No other religion would have to endure this. People are literally cavorting like a carnival, singing about burning the Quran. Tesco are ashamed of Christmas. Who are Tesco scared of? He's based in India, by the way.
Market is selling the 6'5" luxury evergreen tree at £60 on its website and in store too.
What the fuck is wrong with Tesco? That's it for me. I'm not shopping there again, bunch of tossers.
Christmas.
Tesco.
What is going on at Tesco?
So apparently Christmas is cancelled.
Well, let's talk to Philip Kistley about this. He's a senior fellow at the New Culture Forum. Philip, always good to talk to you.
Oh, fuck it hell. Who's this guy?
Culture Forum. Philip, always good to talk to you.
Brought on as Talk TV's culture war correspondent for trees, is he? Presumably? Dr. Philip Kistley, they said his name was? I guess this is their tree guy now. You know, now that they've lost Mike Graham.
Well, you can't grow concrete.
You can.
I mean, seriously, like, who is he?
Well, let's talk to Philip Kistley about this. He's a senior fellow at the New Culture Forum. Philip, always good.
Like, how do you end up as a doctor, like a university lecturer, and then you end up getting brought on to Talk TV to chin stroke about this shit? Like, do you think he ever had any idea when he was writing his dissertation about the cultural and social contrast between this tribe and that country, this era and that civilization, with sources and reference books, analytical and quantitative research, master's studies, placements overseas? Do you think he ever imagined in his wildest dreams that his career would fucking top out at manufactured culture war stories on fucking Talk?
Yeah, it feels as though it's a ridiculous act of cultural silliness and self.
Oh, we got a bookshelf behind him. Of course we do. Standard. We got his. He's got glasses on, the roll neck. He's even got a book ladder there, hasn't he? Like, fuck me, is he serious about his bookshelf? Like, that's how you know when somebody is serious. When somebody's serious about their books, they love their books, and they're very intelligent. Is they've got the glasses, the polo neck, the bookshelf, and the book ladder. So it's easier for them, so they can get to that hard to reach Gemma Collins biography.
I'm Gemma, and you can buy my book at Tesco's.
I mean, he probably is a real professor, or doctor, or whatever. But I feel like watching this, I feel like somebody's gone to real lengths here to cast this guy as an academic commentator, haven't they? Like, they've kitted him out, haven't they? And the background and the scene is perfect. But, like, is this even a real person? Is it? Or is it an actor wearing a costume? He's been cast as this guy. It's very believable. It's good. It's like he's in the same set as they used, for some old boy academic, some professor in an episode of Midsummer Murders or something. Oh, wait, where did they say he was from? The New Culture Forum. Did they say? All right, Google, you generous fucking harlot. What is or who are the New Culture Forum? They sound like a North London ska outfit from the early 80s or something. Well, Aid, the New Culture Forum is a cultural association in London. Right. Based at 55 Tufton Street. Way! Just like all the others. Just like all the others. Every time.
I just read about this and felt incredibly angry.
He just read it. And he got angry. And then what did you do? Did you burn the newspaper? Did your wife take it off you? Climb up to the top of the step ladder? Put it right at the top where it'll only make you cross, love.
Lots of things have happened in a similar vein, haven't they? We've talked on this channel about similar kinds of things. We talked not long ago about a school marginalising Easter.
And that made him angry too, I guess. Though it was, I don't know if you remember this, it was a non-religious school. So, like, there's no real requirement that they should do that in the first place. And the parents, you have like PTAs and stuff, the Parents Association and the school together agreed. But of course, that didn't stop the Crayola garglers from picketing it, did it? Like,
Who's the king of Eastleigh? Jesus!
Christians show up outside school after head teacher decided to cancel Easter. He's based in India too, by the way.
And all of that kind of thing. Now, I've got lots of friends from various different faiths and different ethnicities and all the rest of it.
Cool. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Some of your best friends are black. Yeah.
And all the rest of it. Not one of them, not one single person will be offended by Christmas and absolutely wouldn't be offended by Christmas trees.
And like this is the thing, man. This is the thing, is nobody is offended by Christmas, are they? Not really. Nobody's offended by the word Christmas or Christmas trees. But also, nobody sane is offended by Tesco product packaging, are they?
Sorry, but it's a Christmas tree.
What the fuck is wrong with this country?
Like, the only people that need to be getting this upset about what's written on packaging is parents of kids with allergies. Because it's like what we were saying on the live show on Friday night, which is every Friday night, by the way, 7:30 here on YouTube. Also, join the Patreon. We have a meetup coming. The next meetup is on Saturday the 31st of January. Little plug for you there. But as we were saying on the live show last Friday, this is not about Tesco being culturally sensitive or them being scared of offending Muslims or whoever. This is just about broadening out a product so that, in theory, it could be sold to significantly more people. That's all it is. It's just mass market capitalism. Like, if Tesco were really worried about offending Muslims, nothing in the shop would say Christmas on it, would it? You wouldn't have a cardboard cutout of Santa down the Christmas aisle. You would have the little cardboard cutout cartoon of baby Jesus in the manger down there. It'd be a cartoon of Muhammad. Well, okay, maybe not a cartoon of Muhammad.
This just seems to be a really silly move by Tesco that's trying to airbrush Christianity and the fact we are a Christian country out.
But it's like this is what gets me about this lot, is they'll spend half their lives telling everybody else that they're too easily offended, and then they'll spend the other half anger wanking over shit like supermarket packaging.
I think a lot of you at home are going to be quite annoyed with this.
Like, their brains are just such a complex disconnect, just a reverse polarity, like they have their own logic inverted. Do you know what I mean?
Renaming them evergreen trees.
When they get this worked up about stories like this, when the producers at Talk TV or GB News or wherever allocate an hour of the show to stuff like this, and to do what? You know? Like, who is this for? Who is this actually for? Is this to appease the fake Christians who protested a non-religious school back at Easter to speak up for the people, for the country that they say is a Christian country, but statistically it isn't? Like, my fake prayer at the beginning was more fucking Christian than half of the protesters that join in on this shit pretend to be, with their pretending to be offended on behalf of a Christian electorate who statistically don't exist on the subject of trees that themselves aren't even real trees. Like, why does nobody on the right see how ridiculous this is?
Evergreen trees.
And meanwhile, of course, they ignore the real stories, like the Russian bribe scandal or the COVID report that showed how their favourite politicians ostensibly killed 23,000 people.
It's a Christmas tree. That's the end of it, Andy.
And in favour of what? In favour of this, like to give you this fucking nonsense in a 3-page spread in the Daily Express and rolling news coverage on GB News and Talk. Like, this is the scoop, is it?
Felt incredibly angry.
Like, Christ! Vegan sausage rolls, Royal Britannia at the proms, poppies, flags. Statues! Tesco winter treat, like, aren't you fucking tired of it? Like, truly, the whole fake plastic trees thing is so depressing. I am beginning to understand where Radiohead were coming from.
Your dad's
balls. Anyway, just super quick, because we are running a little bit short of time. What else have the starlets of the far right been up to this week? Have they been angrily putting up their flags? Again, angrily loving their country? Well, probably, but also it turns out that Raise the Colours ringleader, Ryan Bridge... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that Ryan guy. How's he doing? What's Ryan been up to? Well, Mr. Bridge, like so many other bridges, crossed over water last week, you may recall.
Ryan, Raise the Colours, you're not welcome in our country. It's a fucking joke.
But this week is reportedly being pursued by hoteliers in Spain. For a holiday sickness scam, so says the Mirror, and if successfully prosecuted, he could face 8 years in jail. Oh, dear. Has he called himself a political prisoner yet? Has he? Or launched a Kickstarter for his legal fees? Has he? Maybe he could claim asylum. And Mike Graham, freshly liberated from the woke communists of Talk TV, has emerged from his chrysalis stage of self-reflection and I would never use such abhorrent language. Oh, good. Good. Okay, yeah, he's back then. Is he? Cool. Right. So what's he been doing? Well, he's unfurled his wings to emerge reborn as a beautiful butterfly of hate-preaching xenophobia.
I don't care about these, BBC types who go, well, surely you're not saying they're all rapists. Actually, I am saying they're all fucking rapists,
Of course. Yeah. Of course he has. I mean, just a quick word to the wise. If you are right-wing and you don't want to be called racist, a lot of you don't care. You don't, it's gone. That time has got, the shame has left the building.
Well, surely you're not saying they're all rapists. Actually, I am saying they're all fucking rapists,
But if you are one of the few right-wingers who still objects to being called racist, if you don't want to be called racist, bloody lefties always calling anybody on the right a racist. Stop calling everybody racist. It would really do you some favours if, whenever somebody like Mike Graham is exposed, you didn't welcome him back and cheer him on like he's the victim and we're all too easily offended.
Right?
Especially if you were just losing your shit over some supermarket packaging.
At Tesco's.
I mean, it might really work to your benefit if the second a Mike Graham gets canned for telling people of colour to just fuck off, and he refuses to hand over his phone and won't cooperate with the investigation to show that he didn't do that and actually it was hackers. It might, look, it's just some advice. If you don't want to be called racist, if you don't like being called racist, it might save you some credibility if you didn't pretend that he was shut down by Marxists. Because by having him there, by having your picture taken with him, or by helping him set up his new podcast, lending him a mic, letting him film himself with little 2 or 3 minute clips that he can now put up on X and pretend that he's a victim of cancel culture rather than consequence, you are tacitly saying, yeah, I know what he did and I know what he said. And to be honest, I'm okay with it.
When Orla said to me last week, would you mind coming out and speaking? Well, surely you're not saying they're all rapists. Actually, I am saying they're all fucking rapists,
Look, if you don't want to be called racist, stop platforming racists and rescuing racists is all that I'm saying. Only if you don't want to be called that. Also, loosely related, might not be a bad idea if at the same kind of event, the same brand of event as your boy Mikey's at, if you're campaigning for the safety of women and girls, and it's not about racism, it's just about protecting women from the violence of some men, it might not be a bad idea if you didn't have this bellend by your side. Well done to the pink ladies in Chelmsford today. This brave lot are standing up for the safety of women and girls. James McMurdoch said that. James McMurdoch said that. This brave lot are standing up for the safety of women and girls. Like, I saw that, and I was like, James, you were literally jailed for kicking your girlfriend. You clattering fanny. I mean, we all know it's not really about the safety of women and girls, because it's not really led by concerned parents. It's led by co-chairs of reform, who just happen to be women, who then happen to swap turquoise for pink that day, and then cosplay as concerned parents. We know it's not really about the safety. We know it's about racism. But even this... James McMurdoch. Really? James McMurdoch. Like, this is a little bit on the nose. Like, literally having a convicted woman kicker who's been to prison for it at the Pink Ladies rally is almost like tantamount to like, we're just concerned mums over here, aren't we? We're concerned for our daughters and the hotels, and here to help me make my case here is two recently acquitted white Premiership footballers. Anyway, guys, I've run out of time now. So I myself should probably run. But before I do go, thoughts and prayers, obviously, to Mrs. Kent, whose WhatsApp community messages recently got leaked.
Hello, darlings. Mrs. Kent here. I just wanted to let you know that I've now made a WhatsApp Patriots community.
Really unfortunate stuff in there. So it was, which included people seemingly trying to get hold of guns.
I have a question for the infiltrators.
Jokes about shooting the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, and calls for the mass genocide of Muslims, which was obviously really quite distressing, actually pretty gross. And yet, if you've happened across her Spotify music profile, bizarrely these WhatsApps are still not the worst thing she's ever released.
We ain't gonna fight no more. We ain't gonna play no more.
But that's it for now. I've got to go. I've got a load of like stickers that say Tesco Winter on them, all different sizes. I'm going to go around the churches in town, everywhere that says like Christmas service or like Christmas carols, Christmas mass, like anything around the town. Just Tesco Winter mass or churches or carols or whatever. Some would say that it's vandalism, but I don't really see that it's any different to the flags. So, see you later.
Christmas, not winter. Christmas, 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 Christmas!